Hey guys, welcome to R&D Custom Diecast. Going to show you some stuff I picked up the last couple of days. Let you know kind of what's going on in the customization shop here. Let's go ahead and get started with some of the stuff I just picked up. Nothing spectacular. Picked me up a 64 Mclaren Gasser. Probably going to do a wheel swap on that. I don't know if we're going to full-blown customize or not. We might. We'll see. Pick me up another 55 Bel Air Gasser, and if y'all seen one of my recent videos, did some custom Spectre Blaze paint, and probably gonna do that on this, or we might do a full-blown like a Summit Racing or Jegs type themed casting here, so we'll see. That's something else we're going to work on. Most of you guys have seen all these. They're just main lines, nothing spectacular. So, got that. Finally, found a couple Silverados in green, actually on pegs. I got these at Dollar Tree. They just happen to have a few hanging up. I did leave one. I did take two. I am going to be customizing most of these. I've already got in my truck display one of these done with a wheel swap, so I've got what I want for the main line. I still need that red one. I cannot find that red one at Target at all. It's just been killer for me to try to find it. So one of these days maybe I'll wind up getting it. Let's see what else we got. Picked up this Mclaren F1 Gtr. I got it actually at Target, so I like that. We're gonna do a wheel swap probably on that one. I actually like how that one looks. Probably won't do a whole lot to it except the wheel swap. Probably will detail the tail lights. The headlights are already detailed. Hopefully I can see that okay. So that's a good looking one. We might do wheel swap Wednesday and do that one. So we'll take a look at it. I picked these up at one of our thrift stores. Nothing really old in it. Let me see here. I don't see anything that really stands out. Got the Chevy Impala, the 57 Chevy, 67 Chevelle. The cop car I got, it is not a Hot Wheel, but I got that casting. I got some plans with that coming up. We'll totally redo that, and I've got an idea what to do with the lights on top, so we'll see if it turns out like I want it to. I'm not going to give up too much information right now. I want to see if these have any dates on them. They're all plastic bases except this one actually may be a metal base. No, it's a plastic base. So these will be some good projects. They're pretty rough and everything, but I thought there'd be some nice restoration. So got a little corrosion and stuff. May have to run it through a zinc plater. Just go ahead and take these out. So the Chevelle SS definitely needs some help. So restoration project on that. This one I got because I just thought it looked cool. I like how the exhaust comes out the trunk there. Pretty slick looking. Not real fond of the tires on it. We can do something about that. This wouldn't look bad even as a lowrider like that. I'm not real big into lowriders, but I may do that with this one. With this Impala. So, well, that went off the table. So anyway, hopefully y'all get a good look at that. And picked this 57. All of these need help, so I bought them and knew they was in rough shape, all with the purpose of restoring these. So, and I'll show you the police car. It's a Masto. Couldn't read it through the bag, but we'll do something with that. I really like the emergency lights on top, so we'll see what we can do with that. So, and the last thing I got, actually my wife picked it up for me. I don't know, you probably can't see it in the background, but I've got a Back to the Future 3 Hot Wheels that I just recently got. It's a premium. Need the 2 and the 1, but my wife picked me up a set of Jadas that has 1, 2, and 3. I thought that's kind of cool. Got home and she handed that to me, so that'll be part of my collection. I typically don't do these little micros or the nanos, but they're cool. I like them. And they don't have a whole lot of variants in them, except the hood on Back to the Future 3 and the wheels are different. And the wheels are different on all of them. Other than that, the rest of the casting is pretty identical. Looks like the one on part of it's got a little bit more detail, but not much. I'm not going to unbox this one, but there you go on those. We can unbox the others that I got, since we're going to do customization on these anyway. 64 gasser, and I swear I bought a couple of these and I cannot find them anywhere, unless they wound up with my wife's stuff, so that's a possibility. So you got that. Like I say, most of you guys have all seen that. That's nothing special, and it looks like it's last year's. So, all right, and then the Bel Air Gasser. Nothing special there. Y'all seen that probably a million times. But like I say, I think what we'll do on this one, I think I'm going to do a Summit Racing theme on it. I thought about that with the Jags. But I already have some water slides for Summit. So I think that's what we'll do on this. Since I already got it printed up and I've had them setting for a little while, we can go ahead and do that. And for the Mclaren F1 Gtr, now this is the first one that I've seen in my local stores with the silver paint. I know it looks sort of Zamac, but it's paint. Again, it's the first one with this livery and color paint scheme that I've seen, so went ahead and picked it up and add that to my little supercar collection. And what else did I get this week? Just kind of go over some stuff, what I've been doing. Purchased this, see if I can get it in the shot. This is not my idea. There's several people that's used them. It's a vacuum forming machine to you can vacuum form interiors and windshields with this. It's actually a dental vacuum former. Got some sheets. I actually ordered some more sheets. These are a little bit too thick, so I'm having a hard time. They're vacuum forming really well, getting the exact shape of the windshield, but the thickness, it's making it have a hard fitment issue when you put it in the casting. So I went ahead and ordered some that are half this thickness. That should resolve most of that issue. If that doesn't resolve it, what I'll do is cast the insides of windshields that I already have and use that casting as my form to go ahead and mold over. So that's some stuff I'll be working on. Let me get this out of the way. It's pretty cool. It's all in one. It heats up. It heats up your material, and you can use styrene in this as well, or PETG. This may be PETG film. This is dental film. I don't know what it's made out of, but you can buy PETG sheets, PETG, and use those. You'll just have to probably cut them with size, make sure that they fit in here and will slide in. That way you can use the vacuum form tool. Something else I've been working on is for, let's see, I'm kind of all over the place. Some 3D prints, got some custom wheels that I'm doing. I'm not sure if y'all can focus in on this or not. Let's see here. I don't know if that's going to help. Big old fat fingers here. So we got that. I'm working on a few different wheel designs. Doing this in resin. They're printing really well. Just got to clean up some of the cast marks and stuff just a little bit where you have support and stuff like that, but they'll clean up really easy. I've already sanded some of these and just seen clean up really good. Here are some rotors and brakes. Those turned out good, guys. If it doesn't focus, I'm sorry. These little tiny parts are hard to see. We'll grab some tweezers here because we're getting smaller. It's going to be hard to see this, but got some 1/64 scale radiators. And the smallest thing I printed, which printed really, really super well. Very good detail. And I'm hoping it's going to show up. Didn't lose it, probably lost it. It's okay, I got some more. So it's on my desk somewhere. I'll find it. It'll turn up. It is a turbo. Hopefully, guys, y'all can see that. So just little added touches in the engine compartments and stuff like that. Here's the turbo now that I pulled one out. There's where it went. And I've got some top post batteries. I haven't cleaned off the support deals off of this yet. You can barely see the detail on top, but there's a little detail. It's going to be so small. It's not going to matter a whole lot. But those are 1/64 scale batteries. So 3D printing, resin printing, that's what I've been working on this week, is these little projects. Got a custom I'm starting on, so there'll be a video out this week for that. I've actually got a couple. One, I'm doing a challenge with another YouTuber out there, very large YouTuber, very, very large YouTuber. And our release date is going to be June 18th, so that's coming up. Look for that video on the 18th to be dropping. I'm already starting working on it since he gave me a timeline to go ahead and start on it. I started on it earlier today. It's got to go to paint. I've got a lot of work that I've done to it. There's a lot of details that's going to go into that one, and we'll see what we come up with. Let me move this out of the way right here. And I've mentioned to you guys in some other videos, I've got this Play Robotics start gate and finish line. I've got a drag track that I built part of it, and I ran into some problems, and I'll show you guys the issues that I ran into and what I did to resolve it. I've got this busted apart, so when you get it, if you ever buy one, it's going to come with the control box and everything. It's our Arduino controller and everything for your start gate, and then you get your finish line, and the base that the finish line goes into is right here. So let me just show you. It also comes with a screen with it. This comes assembled, guys. I took it apart because let me just show you the issues I have with it. When I made my track, I built it a specific width just to save space. I'm gonna wind up rebuilding my track anyway now, because I actually made it wider than what my base is for my tracks. And I'm trying to go with all black track. I had an orange track, but I went ahead and I bought a bunch of this black track. I think it'll look better. May switch back to orange if I don't like it. I've got both. But what the problem is that I had with the Play Robotics setup is it's a great system. I didn't like the sounds when the start tree goes off, but that's okay. They give you instructions on how to program the controller and everything. And when you do that, it has a setting in it where you can change the sounds in it. So I actually changed the sounds to what I wanted them to be. That sounds better than what they came from the manufacturer that got builds them. But that wasn't the issue. The issue was, if you look here, your track comes out here. Not a problem here. But if you look at the end of your track, if you see that, your track is actually spaced out wider at the finish line than it is at the start line. And I did not want my track to actually curve out at all. And I know the short track, it's going to be more drastic because you got a shorter distance. Long track, you're looking 21-ish feet for if you did scale quarter mile, if I had it figured right. Thereabouts. Anyway, it's more subtle, but I didn't want the cars to rub on the side rails of the track. Well, it's probably going to a little bit, but I want to minimize that. And if you got them spread out, at some point you're going to be rubbing on the track, and I didn't want that to have any effects on times and stuff like that, especially when, and there will be a little bit even with the straight track, because if your car veers off just a little bit, it's going to hit the sides. It's just part of it. But if we can take any of that out of it and control that somewhat, I'm all for that. So I went ahead and decided we've got to fix that. So the easiest option actually would have been take this and narrow this in. The problem with this is with his control board, these sensors on the side, these infrared sensors or whatever, that see the car and actually relays to your control board and gives you your time. These are spaced out, and I cannot squish this board down unless I just take this apart and just wire it up and get rid of this board. It's a pretty nice board. I like to keep everything on here that's on here. It's manufactured real well. I don't want to, I could easily unsolder all this. The traces on here, there's not a whole lot of traces, so I could actually wire this up and put these closer together, mount them on a piece of wood or something like that. But I really didn't want to go through that, so I wouldn't have been able to push this in any the way he has this design. That would have been the easiest thing. Just make this one piece in CAD, redesign it, squish it in. So with that said, I had to remake this base, which means if I widen this, I've got to widen the base. If I widen this part right here to match this right here, we got to do the base. I've got to do this top part where the car will rest, and actually the start gate itself has to match this. So that's 3 parts. So it's not bad, but there's a lot of measurements and design that goes into it. And if you look at this, I'm not sure what printer he's using or what resolution he's using. I don't like it because it's kind of thin. I mean, it works, and you probably will never have a problem with it. But to me, I said, you know, if I'm going to redo this, let's make it a little bit more rigid. Let's do it on a higher resolution. I've got a Prusa MK3S printer that does really fine detail work, and decided, hey, let's just go ahead and redo this and do it a little bit more robust, a little bit thicker, and a little bit higher resolution where, I don't know, to me, I don't like this. It's just not up to my standards. So here's what I come up with. I'm gonna paint these. I just print them on gray. You do not have to paint them. The base, just to show you the size difference. Right there, about, let's see here. Looking at about 1 inch wider. It's really not too much deeper, maybe about 1/2 inch. I redid these pieces right here. They're a lot nicer. Already tested the track on it. Slides in there absolutely phenomenal, perfect. And the thickness of this is like twice the thickness of this right here. So a whole lot more rigid. And I did it solid. I did not do an infill print. So this is 100% solid. I just got to line everything up, drill my holes. There may be a little bit of sanding here for my clearances, like when my start gate tilts back. I've got this piece angled right here. That way when it goes up, it will mate up with this piece right here. And all my dimensions are right. I do have to round this off. I did not do that in CAD, but I can take that off. That way when it's set in this side, that way when it's going back, it doesn't actually hit against this right here. It's going to be a simple fix. So I've got that piece. The second piece actually is a start gate that goes up like that. Just redid this. And guys, you can see how much wider I went with this to get it to line up at the end correctly. So, I mean, I had to go quite a ways, probably almost half a track length. You know, not quite, but almost. And my last piece is not short. It actually overhangs. And I'll tell you why I did this. This comes for racing 2 cars. But I may use this same system on, instead of a drag track, I may set up another track with curves and stuff like that in it. And I wanted to be able to at least do 4 cars at a time, so I went ahead and lengthened this base out. That way I can get easily 4 cars on there. So instead of 2 cars, now I can race 4 at a time. So I mean, drag racing, that's not going to help you any, but if I set it up for the other, I already have this design. Even if I was to buy another one of these, I would still print all this stuff off. The work he does is worth it for the electronics and everything, to have that. So I don't mind scrapping everything else. And I'll wind up using his base to drill holes for anything like these standoffs and stuff like that. So I'll get use out of what I got. I just redesigned it, that's it. So that's what I've been working on this week, guys. We're gonna go ahead and cut this video kind of short. I've been running my mouth long enough. Just kind of want to show you what I picked up, what we've done, what I've got in mind, what I've been working on. Stay tuned for some more videos coming up. We'll definitely have a wheel swap video coming up. Hopefully that will get released the same day as this video. And then probably towards the end of the week or tomorrow, maybe, we'll see. Might have another video coming out. Depends on how far I get with the custom I'm working on. We'll have that video as well. If you haven't subscribed, please do like, share, hit that notification icon. If you're returning visiting with us, thank you for coming back. Greatly appreciate it. If it's your first time watching one of my videos, thank you for coming. Consider coming back, looking at our other videos. You guys have a great day. I'll catch you on the next one. Thank y'all.